Oh, how did it all get started? Well, there's how the team started and how I got involved with it, which is, there were a bunch of people who got together and formed a team about 5 years before I started. And I started because I saw a poster at the student center. It said, earn $2,000 to $6,000 playing blackjack. And over the next 6 months, a professional team, And I think that the people who got together to learn to play, their intention from the beginning was to play to win in casinos, for sure. It wasn't like a recreational club that got more serious. As I understand it, and the guy who really started our team is upstairs, or was upstairs, Bill Kaplan. I don't know if any of you met him. He's really, as far as I know, at the ground, the start point of the team. I came in '84, and the day I was introduced to it, I was told basically what I told you tonight, about how the team worked, counting and betting, winning money and so forth. So, I don't think there's a lot of people at MIT who are like really into blackjack unless it's to make money by counting, Yeah.
I just about getting barred. I mean, do they work you up the ranks, or is it like, we know this guy's counting, this is it?
I think that sometimes they work you up the ranks where, like, of questions about barring, does it kind of escalate? I think it does, and you learn to sense it. You spend so much time in a casino, you learn to sense when, they're like watching you in a way that isn't healthy, like or normal, because they will watch you a lot normally, because if you start betting, if these are real $100 chips, and, you start out and you're betting $25, and then the count gets good, and you're now betting that's about, $1,200, or, you come back and these are, $500 chips, and you're doing this, then all of a sudden, they're going to give you a lot of good screws. You want a room, sometimes you think they're watching you and they're going to kick you out, and they come over and say, we just want to make sure that everything's all right, we got a suite reserved, if you want dinner, anything we can do for you, So, sometimes it would escalate, though. You could sense them, they don't like you, they're giving you scowls. Other times, just out of the blue, you go in, you place one bet, and out you go. They just tell you, get out of here, we don't want your action. Don't come back.
I have another question about being barred. So how does your friend Jon keep playing if he has ever been barred for life now?
Well, it's really interesting how he keeps playing. First of all, Jon Chang is kind of somewhat a chameleon-looking guy. Okay? And I'm not making any judgment. I'll try and put it exactly the way Jon would if he were sitting here. You can check his blog. His blog is mickeyrosa.com, and he talks about this on his blog. He's Asian, and he recognizes that a lot of people working casinos can't really spot him versus other people. Whereas me, I gotta tell you the truth, I'm a pretty easy guy to spot and strike. It's hard for me to blend in the crowd. Okay, and he just kind of blends in. The other thing is, he's probably 50. He's like 51, 52 years old. But if you looked at him across the room and I said he was 31, you'd believe me. And if he sprays a little gray in his hair and I said he's 61, you'd believe that. And if I told you, if he puts on a suit and tie and I said, oh, as he used to say, he's the nephew of the founder of Wayne Labs or something, or if I said, or some entrepreneur, or if I said he was head of a steel company in China or something, you'd say, yeah, he is. And then 10 minutes later, he could put on a T-shirt, and you could say, oh, this is the guy who was selling hot dogs outside. he just kind of blends in, and he's very, he's like a universal guy. And the other thing he's done is he's adapted his game. So one thing Jon really can't do as much of is bet really big money. It's very conspicuous. So when I last talked to him, he told me he keeps his bets to be kind of in line with the prevailing bets at the table, and that helps him. But he still gets recognized a lot, kicked out a lot.
Have you ever been barred for life?
Oh, he's been barred for life.
But he keeps going back.
He keeps going back. That's where he and I differ. Me, other than when I went for my convention, I had my little amnesty letter. I don't go back to Caesars and gamble, but he does. He came to see me at my convention. He came over, he showed up in a suit and tie, and he's like, like, you know, you want to go play? I'm like, I don't really want to get arrested. I have a real life now. He doesn't. No, he does, but he doesn't mind you. Like, you know, there's a lot of negative things to it. You know, John's wife got arrested recently, like 2 weeks ago, for false ID. She gave her maiden name and her driver's license has her married name or something. And, you know, it's like, that's not anything I want in my life anymore. That's his judgment that he does that. He's a fantastic guy and a great friend, but I wouldn't want to be doing what he's doing. So, yeah.